Hey, what's up? Good morning and welcome back to ARK Builder Series. Last episode we worked on the tower. This is our wizard's tower. We've got, I think, 3 floors now. Take a quick tour inside. Got our main floor here. Still got to put some stairs on that side. We've got our main floor here. Second floor with a small little balcony. We got our third floor here with the larger balcony. Still debating on whether I want to wrap that around or not. And then today we will work on the upper section. But yeah, I mean, I think it's turning out pretty good. The only problem we had was the little roof sticking through right there. Not a huge deal, but get these windows changed up here. There we go. Alright. So, let's see. Let's start with putting this rail in here. It's not going to clip, so we got to go ghost. There we go. Get our skin out. Okay. Okay, so now we've got all our supports up here. Go ahead and see where. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Skin that up. If we have enough time, maybe we'll take a little trip over to the castle village I've been working on, where we're actually going to eventually get rid of that and start doing our own little village. I don't like that there. But yeah. Throw these here. I think we went that way. Like I said in the last episode, it doesn't really matter which way we place it. Like, we're using the round ones, so either way it's going to, once you skin it and change the variant, it's still going to be, round. But still like to get it a little bit squared up. Okay. Skin those. And I am using the bigger beam up top here, just because it's higher up and it's larger. So in theory, we need better support. Oops. I have a lot of plans for this series. As you watch my shorts, I am a real huge fan of building, so yeah, got a few ideas I want to try out, a few things I want to show you guys that I've learned. You may already know them, but I don't claim to be the best builder. I know there's a lot of people out there that I look at their photos and I'm like, geez, how do you come up with this? Most of the time when I ask, they say, just doing it. Just constantly building stuff, and you get better and better as you go. Alright, we need our sideways ones to mark off the floor. Should we put them there, or yeah, why not? We'll call it more structural support. Okay, let's skin them. We don't have very much left on this build. Just some details here and there. And the roof. Putting in all the windows. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got left. Now there is one thing I wish we were able to do on this, and that is, from what I've heard, you can do it on PC, but console cannot do it. But I wish I could copy this entire build and move it to another place on the map. Unfortunately, we cannot do that. So if we want one of these in our city build later, I have to come back off screen and watch my own video and recreate it in another place. So, when we get that far, that is what we'll do. If I get enough people watching this series, when we start building our city, I'm going to do a vote on, or maybe just have you guys mention in the comments which build you want in the city. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. So we're gonna copy the floor plan there all the way around. And then we'll skin it again. And then put our roof here. Get that skinned up. So far, not too bad. Now we need to skin our rails here. This is our lookout point. So let's get our no, that's not the angle I want that at. There we go. So the middle will just stay like that. Remember, if you're liking the episode or the series, don't forget to drop that like button, or hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a comment on ideas of what we could build, what you want to see built. Do we want to stick with simple, small builds? Do we want to go with something a little bigger? Yeah, I don't like the big beams up there. We're going to switch these all to the thin. Did that place all sideways again? It did. There we go. I think it still has the variant we want right there. Alright. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Sometimes getting them to rotate is a pain. There we go. Alright, let's do our small cap. And then we're going to get this one here. Do that. Nope. There we go. That's what we want right there. Just for some extra look. Okay. So now we work on the roof. So because we have this roof sticking up right here, we are going to have to add a layer, quarters, get that all skinned up. Okay. Now, there, 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 there. Yeah, come on. That. One more here. No, one more. There we go. skin them. Okay, there we go. Now, this is a style of roof I like to use on my build series, or my builds. For my round towers. So that is supposed to be the square. So we're going to throw in all our square roofs. Then we grab our triangle. Then we can grab our beams here and put them in place now. Let's go ahead and skin up the beams. Change them to the squares. Okay. We need our triangle roof again. Get our skin. Okay, so normally some people leave it like that. I cannot stand the look of that. So what I do is on my square parts, I come out like this. Except I'm using the wrong ones. Let's get our pickup tool going. Okay, so let's try this again. Switch to the small beam. Now these beams out here, those are just my personal preference. You don't have to put them in. You could always use ceilings instead to make a soffit. But I like the openness of having it out like that. Now we're gonna bring this out like this. Oops. There we go. There. Alright. Now we get our triangle. And we don't put it that way. And we just make another roof. I kind of like this style because it gives the interior a stopping point. It's not ginormous. And it actually looks really good from outside. It's a good way to add depth. That's what I was looking for. See, now that's going to hang out like that. And now we're going to put our triangles in again. And I know if I put the squares here and the triangles here, it gives it a little more of a rounded feature. But with this tower, I kind of just want kind of a squared off look like that. If you rotate triangle, square, it ends up being a little bit, looks a little more rounder, I think. Gives it more of a domey look. Okay. There's that. Put a nice hole on top. Now we got to get our holes in here again. We're going to run them all the way around outside just to add a little more character. Okay. Pull out our skin. Oops. Well, we'll have to fix that. Problem with trying to hit these beams sometimes. Good, right? Yeah. Now what we're gonna do though is we're gonna, just for look wise, because we're not gonna have access to this roof. But let's go ahead and add those in there. Like I said, just for looks. Alright, so now we're going to go inside. Actually, I forgot to do the skins on the beam. So let's go ahead and change that back. Get our wood skin. We need to change all these from stone to wood. That should be the last one there. There we go. Like I said, you can always use the ceilings and make a soffit here. But kind of like having this open area. Okay, so let's go inside here. This is our ground floor. We'll get our doors and windows put in. No windows on this floor. We got windows here. Another door. And that'll be it. See, I like how it just gives a little smaller roof cap. We could always, I think we actually will. We're gonna add this in here. We'll go right there, yeah. That's one we'll put it at. One of those. This will be our attic. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. We'll have to go down there and fix that. Get it skinned up. And then, for lighting purposes, we'll throw a little roof right there. That is so we can hang a chandelier from it. I do not have, so I'll have to go over here and find it. If I can hit the right button. Alright, where is it? Right there. There we go. Okay, let's get our stuff skinned up here. We'll do the door next. Go down to our bottom floor. Put our glass in here. I think we'll go with that one. Same one, or? Yeah, okay. Alright. Back upstairs. Go to the next window. We do have this triangle ceiling we gotta try to remove. Maybe it'll be easier to remove from below. There it is. Alright, now go with that door. There we go. Now we are completely built here. Let's go back a little bit, take a look at what we got. Let's change ourselves to 11. Set to clear skies. Okay. There we go. Now we got better light. So that is what we got. That is our wizard tower. I do kind of want to add a little something down here. So go right there like that. Actually, I wonder if we can get away with putting foundations. Yes, okay. Looks like we can't place that there. That's okay. We can definitely figure out something. That one will leave because we have to fix that. But before we do that, I want to... Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Gotta get our ghost mode back. This one we want to change to a stair. Okay. I am no longer going off my little planned build. I'm doing all this just because I want it in there. Oh, why did we skip? Why didn't I don't know why I skipped that. Okay. So we still need to do that, that. Put in some pillars. Put ourselves in some walls. Maybe we'll add, we want a double door there. Maybe we'll add a little window there. Just for one. Okay. Then we're going to, what, okay. Trying to think here. Skin them. Change our variants. Add our beams in. Apparently it's going to be... Oh, come on, really? There, right there. Get our rails. We're going to have to ghost it. Okay, then we'll grab our triangle roof here. Now this one, I am debating on doing as we did up there. It would, of course, wouldn't go all the way around because it would clash with the wall here. But if we did do that, I think I would want to not put that there. I would want to do the soffit style down here. And then let's get our small beam here. This might be a little too much, but we'll see when we're done. Never know unless you try, right? Okay. And then now we can change the style here. Don't know if it's actually changing or not for those, but I don't think it is. I think it's just rotating. Now, give ourselves a little storage shed. Oops, that's not the one we wanted. Okay, put in our door and our window. There we go. I think that adds a little character. What is casting that shadow? Ah, the mountain. Okay. Well, either way, it's fine. But there we go. That is our wizard tower. We could even do something like oh, get our triangle here. Can we set it up? We can't put it up there. Do that there. Then we can switch to our triangle and should be able to put it out here now. Or we just leave it like that, that's fine. Slap that on there. Now we got ourselves a little flag. Not too bad, not too bad. Remember, if you like this build, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Every little bit helps. But yeah, I think we did pretty good on this build. This is our wizard tower. And we can always do variants too. We can do a larger version. We could do a smaller version. Really all up to us what we want to do. But as promised, if we have enough time, that is, like I said, our wizard tower. Let's go check out what I've been working on. If I can remember where it's at. There it is. Well, we have one castle over there. And then we have the one I built over here with the courtyard and all that. But I have been adding little buildings. If you check out the shorts, I've posted every single one on there. This is just a house. This one is our inn. Then we got our stables. And our blacksmith. I do plan on, as I said in the last episode, just demolishing all this, starting from scratch. I like using this this natural path as a building point, as you can see, because you just it's just there. It's useful. give you a quick tour inside all these, since I can talk. Lots of open concept bedrooms. We got rooms here that you can use for either a library or master bedroom or stuff like that. The inn has multiple waiting room, desk, stairs on both sides, rooms on both sides, kind of like a kitchen area here. We got room, 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 stairs going down. Got two larger rooms here. Two more rooms here. Like a suite here. And then upstairs is just, well, the attic. That means it's noon. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty nice. We live in the world of giants. The stables over here is just pretty basic open with a room upstairs. Then we got our blacksmith here. This is the work area. We've got a room there. Just an open area. Another open area. And roof access. Yeah, that's where we are at now with this. Again, if you like this first episode, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. There will be more episodes. Next episode, we are going to do a blacksmith shop. Not like that. We're going to do something different, but we'll find a spot to do that. If you wish to support me further, check out my Patreon page. Every little bit helps. But yeah, that will be the end of today, episode 2. Everyone have a great day. Rowan Conquest, signing out.